Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I'm back with Ren. And this one is called Life is Funny. I'm not sure what kind of take Ren is going to use for this particular song, or is it a chat? I don't know. We'll find out when we get into it. You know, Ren is very inventive, in some ways I'll be surprised, in some ways I won't be surprised because of all the different things that he can do. Let's see what he does with Life is Funny. All right, looks like we've got an old TV screen here. Let's see.
Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. Life is funny sometimes. What type of human are you? The type to question things, or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blowing?
Okay, so right in with a rap, and the lyrics are here, but I might be covering up the lyrics a little bit with my quite frightening face. Don't worry, I'm going to go over the lyrics afterwards too. All right, let me back it up just a little bit, and then we'll keep going. So, yeah, his voice is I just love his voice, his speaking voice, his singing voice, his rapping voice. I don't know, there's something about his voice.
Things, or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse? Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Pick up a paper, don't debate with anything that's inside. Are you happy with life? On the day that you die, will there be tears full of fear, or will you die with a smile? I pick up a paper, then put down a pattern, and then lyrical syllable pattern, and if there are spaces, I'm filling the gap in focus. Splitting an atom, I'm bringing it back in the words, I'm attacking, it's cracking, unpacking the wisdom of rapping, I'm running, I'm rapping, I'm bringing a skill like Lotus. Hidden dragon tiger, style inside your mind, the world is wider. When you look inside can guide you. Weave a web of wisdom like a spider. Perceive the unseeable, hadron collider. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Sometimes it's like I'm looking at you, wondering what I would do if I was there in your shoes. If I was born a different mind, a different time, a different view, would my behaviors be the same? And do we even really choose? Am I the byproduct of my environment? I buy products for my requirement. A sucker, I know that, cause I'm a sucker too. You're a sucker, I'm a sucker. Fuck it, what you gonna do with this body you were given? Your life, are you living? Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game?
I like the way they've incorporated the videos, the old videos, different pictures and things along with the lyrics, along with the words. I love his rap, very fast rap there previously, and a lot of meaning here can be extracted from these lyrics. You would never be able to do it all in just one listening. That's why I'm going to look at the lyrics separately so that I can slow it down and kind of look at it more carefully and dissect some of the meaning. Even then, I don't want to try to do everything that comes to mind, because it would probably go on for a couple of hours. It could be a very long video. So let me back it up a little bit. And yeah, I like this with this body you were given, and they're showing the birth of a wee baby, of course. And we'll talk about the lyrics later, but he's saying, do we even have a choice, or is everything already sort of predetermined?
What do you were given? Your life, are you living? Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game? Passive or decision? Follow or ambition? Surgical incision in the middle of the brain. Say my name, say my name. I bang like Kurt Cobain, reach nirvana on a spiritual plane. In the membrane, insane like I'm Cypress Hill. Tray flipping like I'm Tony, cause I got the skill. Life is funny, 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 life is funny. Quarantined inside my room, we're living in very strange times. Pick up my paper, then pick up my pen, and I won't be stopping till I'm top of the throne, top of this hill, top of the moment that's keeping it real, top of the beat, top of this vibe, top of the symbol on top of the ride, top of the pop, top of the mix, top of the snare that follows the kick, top of the game I remain today, holding my pain with the syllable savagely spit. Ticking the talk and the ticking the talk of the clock, it's ticking a lot. I delivered the shock like an insulin shot, and I'm back on the block and attacking them hot, and I'm taking the pop with the rock in the sock, and I'm swinging it, bringing it, flinging it, knocking the teeth right out your mouth, bitch. I'm back on the road, back on the wheel, back in myself, back in the field, back in the game, back in the lane, back in the same old Batmobile, back in the flow, back in the place, back in the building, bomb that bass, back in the nectar, back in the honey. Life is funny, life is funny, life is funny.
we reached the end? Yes, I think we have. Okay, sometimes it sneaks up on me and surprises me there a little bit. I should recognize that artwork at the end, but the name's not coming to me. Wonderful video. I love this video. I think it's amazing. I always like to see wrens, and we can't really see them in this video, but the video is incredible. The way they've connected the lyrics with the, as I say, some of the old video clips and pictures relating to at least some of what he's saying. You couldn't possibly fit it all in because there's a lot packed into these lyrics, as there often is with Ren. So we're going to have a look at the lyrics in a minute, but his voice, I already mentioned, just incredible. It draws you in whether he's speaking, singing, rapping, whatever he's doing. There's something about Ren that's I don't know, just very attractive. He's like a magnet or something, and I think it's his honesty and his and you feel that he's real, that he's a real person. Whether you agree with everything he says or does or not, you feel that he's a real person and that he's genuine and that he's sensitive and thoughtful and caring. And I don't know the guy, so maybe he's none of these things, but that's the feeling that you get anyway. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. Okay, Life is Funny by Ren. Life is funny sometimes, life is funny sometimes. What type of human are you? The type to question things or the type who don't care if you do? Are you the type to get excited by a molecule divided, split an atom in a fraction, blow a nuclear fuse? I was going to say during the video, and then I forgot. Sometimes life is funny sometimes. Sometimes it's funny, ha ha, funny. But often when we say this, we mean it's strange and it's complicated and it's confusing. It's not literally funny. Yeah, some people like to question things. Some people like to look into. I'm certainly that type of person. I love to look into things. I'm no genius, but I'm interested in almost everything, and I think that's a fortunate condition. So try to get yourself into that if you can. The more things you're interested in, the less depressed you'll be. I can fall into very deep depressions, hence my books and my stories and things. That helps me, but it also writes about some of those horror shows. And I think it's similarly with Ren that he writes for his music, though I don't do music, but he does for his music and his lyrics. Um, Other people don't seek as much as some, and they can sometimes be the happiest people too. So it's partly your genetics, your makeup, your who you are. But if you are unhappy, I would say seek for some truths. Look for something to engage your brain in other ways. Are you seeking the truth, or are your hands on your eyes? Yeah, I think that's the problem. If you're not, are you going through life blindly? Um, I don't think that's a great way to go. Pick up a paper. Don't debate with anything that's inside. Are you happy with life on the day that you die? Will there be tears full of fear, or will you die with a smile? So lots of possible interpretations here. Are you happy with what you've done during your life? Do you feel that you've succeeded and you've accomplished what you wanted to, or the best that you could do? Are you satisfied and content with that? Or are you dissatisfied and feel that you've left something out and you haven't lived your life the way you would like to? We're probably all a bit of a combination of both of those. Somewhat satisfied, somewhat not. Ren is still very young, and this, I'm not sure when this, sounds like it was at COVID because some of the lyrics we're going to get into soon. So a few years ago, it was very young to me. um, I find now that I am fairly content. I'm probably never going to be completely content. I'm that type of person. I'm stressed all the time, but I'm content with my life so far. I think if I die today or tomorrow, I'm fine with that. I won't know anyway because I'll be dead. But but if I find out that I'm dying today or tomorrow, I will be fairly content with what I've accomplished in life. Did I do everything I wanted? No, and I don't think I ever will have done because, as I say, I'm interested in so many things. I know I can't accomplish everything, but I think I've done enough. And so basically, I'm kind of ready, but I'm hoping that it'll be another, who knows, 30, 40 years. I'll be very old by then. I pick up a paper. then put down a pattern, an intricate lyrical syllable pattern. And if there are spaces, I'm filling the gap in focus, splitting an atom. I'm bringing it back in the words I'm attacking. So his lyric writing, his rapping, it's cracking, unpacking the wisdom of rapping. And there we go. I'm running, I'm lapping. I bring the skill like Lotus. So really, as always, a very intelligent use of words, and also what was I going to say? Something else here. And if there are spaces, I'm filling the gap. So he's always looking for words to fill in the spaces, and you can see that in his raps and his lyrics. There's so much packed into a relatively small space. That's the advantage of poetry, and really songwriting is basically poetry in that in one line, if the words are chosen carefully, there can be so much more meaning. A novel or short stories. Short stories are a little bit in between as well, because you do have to choose your words carefully in order for the story to be short. Otherwise, you end up with a novel. A novel can give a lot more description, and that can be really good too. I like both. I like all, but there are different ways of writing. I'm yeah, hidden dragon, tiger, style inside your mind. The world is wider. When you look inside, insight can guide you. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to move down here. Hidden dragon, tiger. There's a movie. I think he's referring. There's a lot of allusions in here coming up too. I think he's alluding to a movie which I can't. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon, something like that, right? Inside your mind, the world is wider. Yes, because a lot of things going on up here. When you look inside, insight can guide you. Sometimes, sometimes not. Weave a web of wisdom like a spider. Perceive the unseeable hadron collider. Yeah, life is funny, and a lot of life is funny there. Life is funny sometimes. It's like I'm looking at you, wondering what I would do if I was there in your shoes. Yeah, looking at other people's lives, imagining what it would be like to be that person. What has that person had to contend with? If I was born a different mind, a different time, a different view, would my behaviors be the same? And do we even really choose? Yeah, so some people believe that everything is predetermined, and others don't. And certainly some religions believe that God knows everything. If God knows everything, then everything is predetermined. You don't really have any choices in your life. But even non-religious people, some of them believe also that everything is set in motion, however that happened, and then you don't really have too much choice either. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure. There's certain things that I think we don't choose that we think we choose, but I'm not sure I'm willing to give up free will altogether quite. But there's big questions about that. Um, am I the byproduct of my environment? I buy products for my requirements. So he's playing with byproduct and byproduct. um, a sucker. I know that because I'm a sucker too. You're a sucker. I'm a sucker. What you're going to do with this body you were given, your life, are you living? So yeah, we are, to some extent, we're forced into what we are. We're born into a certain family, you're born into a certain belief system, you're born into a certain political system, you're born into in a certain country where there's certain thoughts and views, and it might be very difficult to see the other point of view, as he was mentioning earlier, from someone from another country or another thought process, etc. Um, are we all suckers? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go quite that far, I don't think, but I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying here. With his body, you were given your life. Are you living? So, are you living your best life? I guess. Have you sight or no vision? Are you tired with the game? So, sometimes we're all tired with the game, for sure, I think. Except maybe those who are walking around happily and blindly, and you have to debate with yourself which one is better. I don't know. Some people say, hey, ignorance is bliss. I have a problem with that, but maybe that's because I'm a tutor and I teach, and I probably couldn't do that very well if I thought ignorance was bliss. So I don't. I think it's better to think and ask questions and seek the truth. Passive or decision, follow or ambition, surgical incision in the middle of the brain. So, these are decisions you have to make. Are you going to just sit back and let it flow? Sometimes that's the right thing to do, I think. Other times you have to make a decision, or you have to, are you just going to follow people? Are you going to be a sheep, basically? Or are you going to have ambition and make your own path and follow your own path? Again, I don't think that it's necessarily one or the other. It's not on or off. Sometimes it's good to follow, and sometimes you need to have your own ambition. Say my name, say my name. What is that from? I can't remember. I bang like Kurt Cobain. Of course, we know Kurt Cobain. There's allusion to the singer. Reach Nirvana on a spiral plane. Of course, Nirvana. Um, you can question whether or not Kurt Cobain ever reached Nirvana. You know, I don't think so. He took his own life, which is incredibly sad, um, and had a lot of issues before that. So, did he live his best life? Again, debatable. Some would say yes, because of what he created. He created such amazing music and lyrics, but others no, because he was so young, and his life should have been much longer. In the membrane, insane like I'm Cypress Hill, tree flipping like I'm Tony because I got the skill. So again, more illusions. Life is funny. Quarantined inside my room. That's why I'm thinking this was during COVID. We're living in very strange times. Pick up my paper, then pick up my pen, and I won't be stopping till I'm top of the throne, top of this hill, top of the moment. That's keeping it real. So yes, he's worked very hard on his craft. He's been, for years, been busking and writing and singing and rapping and obviously reading and listening to others, because there's lots of allusions to books, movies, other singers. So he's aware of what's going on around him. He's not completely in his head. So he is, I think, at the top of the hill right now. Excuse me. He's become very, very popular, and that's good. I'm very happy for Ren. When I started the channel, he was kind of popular, but it was just when it was going to break, and he's really taken off this year, hasn't he? And it looks like his treatments are going well, as far as I can tell. Anyway, it looks like he's doing well. Top of the beat, top of this vibe, top of the cymbal, on top of the rides. Yeah. Top of the pops, top of the mix, top of the snare that follows the kicks. Top of the game, I remain to take hold of my pain with the syllable savagely spit. Yeah. I delivered a shock like an insulin shot, and I'm back on the block and attack 'em hot. And I'm taking a pop with a rock in a sock, and I'm swinging it, bringing it, flinging it, knocking it, the teeth right out of your mouth. All right, so he's taking control, essentially, and he's talking a little bit about his pain here and an insulin shot. I don't think he's diabetic, but he's mixing lots of ideas together here, and he's on the attack, and he's going to make people pay attention. Hopefully, not literally taking a pop with a rock and a sock. It's a effective weapon if you don't have anything else. I'm back on the road, back on the wheel, back in myself, back in the field, back in the game, back in my lane, back in the same old Batmobile, back in the flow, back in the place, back in the building. Bum that bass, back in the nectar, back in the honey. Life is funny, life is funny, life is funny. Yeah. Okay, very, very good. Amazing lyric. There's a lot more in there that you could draw out. Top of the hill. That was a show too, wasn't it? I don't watch all these things, but yeah, excellent lyrics with lots and lots of meaning, and it would have different meaning for different people, of course, and that's okay. Um, Sorry, my voice and everything. I think there's some allergies. It's springtime here, and everything is in the air. I don't usually have a lot of problems, but as I'm getting older, I think I am starting to have some issues with allergies and things. So I'm having a bit of trouble today. And I'm just about ready to go for my jog. So hopefully I survive that and come back alive. We shall see. Um, I think this is an excellent video. I really did enjoy it. I wasn't sure what to expect. Life is funny, not always ha ha funny. Sometimes you have tears and sadness and sorrow and despair. Um, But if you can step one step back and try to look a little bit more objectively, it is kind of funny. Even in tragedy, there are some very strange, dark, humorous things going on if you can do that. And it's tough to do that when you're in the midst of it, but often afterwards, I'm sure that many of you have had the experience of looking back, talking to friends or family, and thinking and laughing about something that is essentially a tragedy or was at the time. Um, but man, there's some really strange and funny things that go on there. All right, I'm going to leave it there for now because I talk too much sometimes. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. In the meantime, keep listening, keep having fun. Until next time, bye bye for now.